Hey, 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 welcome back to Chill English Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Michael. So glad you're here with us today.
If this is your first time on the channel, welcome to the family. And if you've been here before, you already know the vibe. We keep things relaxed, fun, and super useful.
That's right. No stiff textbook English here. We're all about real conversations, the kind you'd actually use in everyday life.
And today's episode is all about hotel situations. We're going to walk you through 5 real conversations that happen at a hotel, from checking in to dealing with a little problem at the front desk.
Whether you're planning a trip, studying for a language exam, or just want to feel more confident speaking English, this episode is for you.
The dialogues go from A1 all the way up to C1 level, so there's something for absolutely everyone. Beginners, intermediate learners, and even advanced students will find value here.
And trust us, after listening to these conversations, you'll be ready to walk into any hotel and handle the situation like a pro.
Before we jump in, if you're enjoying this content, hit that like button and subscribe to Chill English Podcast so you never miss an episode.
Drop a comment below and tell us, have you ever had a funny or awkward moment at a hotel? We'd love to hear your stories.
All right, let's get into it. Dialogue number 1, checking in at the front desk. This one's for absolute beginners. Let's go. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome. How can I help you? I have a reservation. My name is Emma Carter. Emma Carter. Let me check. Yes, I can see your booking here. You have a reservation for 1 room, a standard double room, for 2 nights. Is that correct? Yes, that's right. 2 nights. Perfect. Can I see your ID or passport, please? Of course. Here you go. Thank you very much. And how would you like to pay? By card or cash? By card, please. Great. Could you sign here, please? Sure. Done. What floor is my room on? Your room is on the 3rd floor, room 312. Here is your key card. The elevator is just around the corner, to your right. Thank you. Oh, one question. What time is breakfast? Breakfast is served from 7 in the morning until 10:30. It's included in your stay. Oh, wonderful. And is there Wi-Fi in the room? Yes, absolutely. The Wi-Fi network is called Hotel Guest, and the password is on the card in your key envelope. Perfect. Thank you so much. You've been very helpful. My pleasure. Enjoy your stay, Miss Carter. If you need anything at all, don't hesitate to call the front desk. Just dial 0 from your room phone. Great. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Hello? Is this room service?
Yes, good evening. This is room service. How can I help you?
Hi. I'd like to order some food, please. I'm in room 312.
Of course. Our room service menu should be in your room on the bedside table. Have you had a chance to look at it?
Yes, I have it right here. I'd like the chicken sandwich and a bottle of sparkling water, please.
Excellent choice. Would you like anything else with that? Maybe some fries or a side salad?
Oh, yes, please. Fries sound great.
Perfect. And would you like anything to drink besides the sparkling water? We have fresh juices, soft drinks, or hot beverages.
A hot chocolate would be lovely, actually.
Sure. So that's 1 chicken sandwich, 1 portion of fries, 1 bottle of sparkling water, and 1 hot chocolate. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. How long will it take?
It should be about 20 to 25 minutes. We'll bring everything to your room.
Great. Oh, one more thing. Could you bring some extra napkins, please, and maybe some ketchup?
Of course, no problem at all. We'll add that to your order. We'll charge everything to your room. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Your order will be there shortly. Enjoy your evening, Miss Carter.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Goodbye.
Excuse me. I'm sorry to bother you, but I have a small problem with my room. Not at all. That's what we're here for. What seems to be the issue? Well, the air conditioning in my room doesn't seem to be working. It's making a strange noise, and the room is really warm. I've tried adjusting the thermostat, but nothing's changing. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Miss Carter. That must be very uncomfortable, especially on a warm night like this. I completely understand. Yes, it's a bit difficult to sleep. I was wondering if there's anything you can do? Absolutely. I have 2 options for you. First, I can send our maintenance team up to your room right away to take a look. They're usually quite quick. Or, if you'd prefer, I can move you to a different room immediately. How long would the maintenance team take, do you think? Honestly, it's hard to say. It could be anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour, depending on the issue. I wouldn't want you to wait too long, especially at this hour. In that case, I think I'd prefer to be moved to another room, if that's possible. I just really need to get some sleep. Of course, completely understandable. Let me check what rooms we have available on the same floor. Yes, I can offer you room 318, which actually has a slightly better view of the courtyard. Would that work for you? That sounds perfect, thank you. Will I need a new keycard? Yes, I'll program a new one for you right now. And please, don't worry about moving your luggage alone. I'll send a porter up to help you within 5 minutes. That's so kind, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's our pleasure. We're very sorry for the inconvenience. To make it up to you, I'll also add a complimentary breakfast voucher for tomorrow morning. Oh, that's very generous. Thank you so much. Don't mention it. Here is your new keycard for room 318. I hope the rest of your stay is much more comfortable.
Hi there. I was hoping you could help me. I have a free afternoon today, and I'd love some recommendations. Things to do and maybe a good place to have dinner.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. Are you looking for something more cultural, like museums or historical sites? Or would you prefer something outdoors? A park, a walk along the waterfront, maybe?
I think I'd like a mix, honestly. Something a little cultural, but also relaxing. I'm a bit tired from traveling, so I don't want anything too intense.
That sounds like a lovely plan. In that case, I'd recommend starting with the Old Quarter. It's about a 15-minute walk from here or a 5-minute taxi ride. It's full of beautiful architecture, little artisan shops, and street performers on weekends. Very atmospheric without being overwhelming.
That sounds exactly like what I'm looking for. Is it safe to walk around there on my own?
Absolutely. It's a very popular area with tourists and locals alike. Very lively but perfectly safe. Just keep an eye on your belongings in the more crowded spots as you would anywhere.
Good to know. And what about dinner? I'm quite open. I eat pretty much everything, but I'd love something that feels authentic to the area, not just a tourist trap.
I completely understand. My personal favorite is a small restaurant called La Terracita. It's about 3 streets behind the main square. It's family-run, been there for over 30 years, the food is incredibly fresh, and the prices are very reasonable. I'd highly recommend a grilled fish if they have it on the menu.
That sounds wonderful. Should I make a reservation, or can I just walk in?
On a Friday evening, I definitely recommend calling ahead. Would you like me to make a reservation for you? Just let me know what time works. I can call them on your behalf.
That would be amazing, actually. Could you book a table for 1 at around 8 o'clock?
Leave it with me. I'll give you a call or send a message to your room once it's confirmed. Is there anything else you'd like to know about the area?
Actually, yes. Is there a good coffee shop nearby? Somewhere I could sit with a book for a bit before heading out?
There's a wonderful little cafe called Brood and Bliss just 2 blocks north of here. They roast their own beans and have a great terrace. Very cozy, very local crowd. I think you'll love it.
Perfect. You've been incredibly helpful. Thank you so much.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for. Have a fantastic afternoon and enjoy your dinner.
Good morning. I'm checking out today, room 318, and I've just had a chance to review my invoice. I think there may be an error.
Good morning, Miss Carter. I'm sorry to hear that. Could you point out the specific charge you're concerned about? I'll look into it straight away.
Of course. Here, this line item shows an additional charge of 42 euros for minibar consumption. But as far as I'm aware, I didn't use the minibar at all. I always travel with my own snacks and drinks, so I can say with quite a bit of confidence that this charge shouldn't be there.
I completely understand your concern, and I want to resolve this as quickly as possible for you. Let me pull up the details of your stay and cross-reference the minibar log from our housekeeping records.
That would be great, thank you. I'd also like to point out that when I changed rooms on my first night, due to the air conditioning issue, no one mentioned that the minibar in the new room would be pre-charged or opened on my behalf. If there's been some kind of administrative overlap between the 2 rooms, that could explain the discrepancy.
That's an excellent point, and frankly, that's a very plausible explanation. When we transfer guests between rooms, the system occasionally assigns minibar charges to the new room without properly distinguishing between what the previous guest consumed and what is the responsibility of the incoming guest. It's a known issue we're working to address.
I'm glad you're aware of it, but I have to say, it's the sort of thing that could significantly affect your guests' trust, especially when someone is checking out under time pressure and may not scrutinize their invoice as carefully as I have.
You're absolutely right, and I sincerely apologize for that. After reviewing the logs, I can confirm that there is indeed no record of minibar usage linked to your personal keycard during your stay in room 318. I'm going to remove that charge from your invoice immediately.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And is there anything in place to prevent this from happening to other guests?
As a result of this, I'll be flagging the issue to our operations manager so that the room transfer protocol is reviewed and corrected. We'll also implement a mandatory minibar verification check each time a room transfer takes place. Your feedback is genuinely valuable.
I'm glad to hear that. To be clear, my overall stay was very pleasant. The staff have been wonderful and the restaurant recommendation last night was spot on, so I don't want this to overshadow an otherwise excellent experience.
That means a great deal to us, Miss Carter. Here is your revised invoice with the charge removed. Your total comes to €178. Would you like to settle by card?
Yes, please. And I will leave a review online. I'll make sure to mention how professionally this was handled.
That's very kind of you. We hope to welcome you back the next time you're in town. Safe travels, Miss Carter.
Thank you, and thank your whole team for me. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Take care.
And that's a wrap on today's episode of Chill English Podcast. 5 real conversations, 1 hotel, 5 totally different situations.
I love how we went from a simple check-in all the way to a billing dispute. And honestly, all 5 of those situations could happen to any of us when we travel.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of it. Learning English through real scenarios means that when the moment comes, you're not panicking. You're ready. You've already been there. In your head, at least.
That's the secret to language learning. Rehearse before reality. The more you listen, repeat, and practice, the more natural it becomes.
So here's your challenge for this week. Pick one of the 5 dialogues, read it out loud, both parts if you can, and try to memorize 2 or 3 phrases from it. Then leave your favorite phrase in the comments below.
We read every single comment, and we love seeing which lines stick with people. Your progress matters, and it genuinely motivates us to keep creating content like this.
If you found this episode useful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who's also learning English. You'd be doing them a huge favor.
And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. We're constantly dropping fresh dialogues, vocabulary breakdowns, and pronunciation tips right here on Chill English Podcast.
Learning a language is a journey, not a sprint. Some days it feels easy, some days it's hard, and that's completely normal. What matters is that you keep showing up.
Well said, Emma. And we'll be right here with you every step of the way.
Until next time, keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, the best conversation is the one you're brave enough to start. See you in the next episode. Take care, everyone.
Bye for now. Chill English Podcast, always keeping it real.